Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the Magellan Show Lounge. It's now showtime, so please put your hands together and welcome to the stage two very talented young musicians, Mr. Charles Baker and Miss Phoebe Richards.
Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming in and supporting myself and Phoebe in what is a very, very special night for us. This is our first main stage show together, first show on this beautiful but still intimidating to me stage. And I want to start by just mentioning my solo show that I did in Manaus a few days ago. Now, on that show, we were in Manaus overnight. And so I was competing against quite a number of things, folks. Number one, the Cayman spotting excursion. Number two, the Manaus Opera House. Number three, some people may have wanted to lie down because they wanted to rest to go out the next day. And I had a gentleman come up to me after my show, and he expressed regret, and he said it's a shame that he wasn't able to come and watch me because he was booked on the Cayman spotting excursion. And I said, that's absolutely fine. I mean, you're here on your holiday and you want to see some Cayman. It's absolutely fine, and all I can say is it's just I'm very, very glad that we were able to do our show when we're all at sea, so we're all on the board and everyone has the chance to come and watch. I mean, the main popular attraction today was the Boy Bumba show, but at least our show didn't clash with that, so that's something. And folks, we opened up with a very beautiful song, which is from the musical Requiem, composed by Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, and that song is called Jesu, and it's a very beautiful piece of music, a wonderful way to open our show together, so I do hope you enjoyed that one. And, well, we're going to be doing something else now. Phoebe, what are we going to be doing next?
We're going to be sticking with Andrew Lloyd Webber, and we're going to be doing Think of Me from Phantom of the Opera. Now, this is a very special song to me because it was actually the song I chose to audition with when I auditioned for the cruise ships. And I went to my audition on the Marco Polo while it was docked in Tilbury. I sang Think of Me, it went really well. And then a few days later, I got the email to say that I had been rejected. Yeah, that's right, rejected. But anyway, I moved on with my life. I planned to work at Specsavers. But then I got another email to say that they changed their mind and they wanted me after all. So happy ending. So I embarked on the Marco Polo. And then I moved to the Discovery, then I moved back to Marco Polo, then I moved to the Discovery, then I moved to the Astor, then I moved back to the Discovery, then I moved to the Astor. Now I'm here, about to sing Think of Me. Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you probably think she's just making up that list, but I can assure you it's actually true. I mean, my story's not very exciting. Let's see, I embarked on the Marco Polo, then I went home, I went back to the Marco Polo, I was transferred to Magellan, then I stayed here. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think at that point we should move on and let's play Think of Me.
Will
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now we're going to be doing something different for you. We're now going to be presenting some pure English folk music. And this is a very well-known, popular and famous English folk tune, which dates back as far as the 1910s, so almost 100 years old. It was collected by a man named Cecil Sharp, and then it was arranged in the, well, this particular Australian composer called Percy Grainger heard the tune collected by Mr. Sharp, and then he arranged it for solo piano. And he's very well known for that, Percy Grainger. Now, I came across the arrangement online, and I thought, well, I could play it on my own as part of our show, but I think it'd be nice to include Phoebe as it is, you know, our duo show, our show together. And so I decided to arrange this particular tune for piano and alto saxophone. Voila! An alto saxophone! And the tune in question is something that I remember even from primary school in some kind of production. I might have been 6 years old. Maybe there's still a video of it somewhere in my parents' attic, but I don't really want to know. But that's irrelevant. The tune that we're going to be performing for you now, piano and alto saxophone. This, ladies and gentlemen, is English Country Gardens. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great tune, isn't it? We really enjoy that one, and I hope you did as well. Now, here's time to get serious now. For those of you in the audience who wanted to come and listen to me in my solo show but weren't able to due to other commitments, well, I have prepared something special for you now on the piano on my own. I'm going to be doing a bit of Beethoven, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in my own show, I started with Ode to Joy, and I introduced it afterwards and said, I think it's in my opinion, the greatest melody ever written. Now this, what I'm about to play for you now, is possibly the greatest symphonic movement ever written. I am going to be playing the opening movement from Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. It starts with 2 notes, and these 2 notes are perhaps the most recognizable 2 notes in classical music. It's quite simply da-da-da-dum, and it sounds like fate knocking on the door, that's been written about the piece. And the arrangement I'm going to be playing from is arranged by a Hungarian composer called Franz Liszt. In his time, Liszt was a romantic composer. He was regarded as one of the greatest pianists of his in fact, the greatest pianist of his generation, perhaps all time, because his technique was legendary, and he took piano technique and virtuosity to new heights, dazzling all the audiences that he performed to. In fact, I read that his playing was so powerful that where he performed on the pianos, he actually broke the piano strings because he actually hammering it so much. So as you can imagine, he wasn't invited back, I imagine, but he's dead now, so it doesn't matter about that. But basically, all I have to say is that this is the hardest, I think, piano arrangement of this piece. And I have truly challenged myself here, but I love this piece so much, and I think it's absolutely thrilling and amazing to play, and I do hope you enjoy it and love it as much as I do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Beethoven's Symphony No. 5, the first movement. Thank you so much. Well, that's a good start. I almost tripped over the piano stool, but I'm fine. Sorry, I just get my breath back after that. Okay, if that doesn't prove to you that Beethoven's a genius, I don't know what will. But I do hope you love that, folks. I mean, it's absolutely... I haven't felt a thrill like that playing any other piece of music. And I've got to play another solo now. Oh, God, having a difficult night. But what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to some classical opera. Now, the opera we're going to be doing 3 numbers from a very famous and very popular opera, maybe the most popular of them all. This opera is called Carmen by Bizet. And I'm going to be playing the Overture. That's the prelude that you hear at the start of the opera. That contains all the well-known tunes that you all love, like the Toreador song. And then Phoebe's going to come out, and she's going to be singing the Habanera aria, which is one of the most well-known operatic arias ever written. And then you've seen her play alto saxophone, but did you know Phoebe also has another talent up her sleeve? She also plays the clarinet. And she plays, more specifically, if you like clarinets, I mean, if you're into clarinets, you know, you're musically knowledgeable, then you'd be interested to know that she plays a clarinet in B flat, which is the most common. She's got an E flat clarinet at home, maybe an A1 as well. There's too many clarinets. I'm going to stop talking about clarinets because I think it's going over your heads, and I've gone on way too long talking about bloody clarinets. Oh no. I mean, it didn't help that when we did our cabaret in the Captain's Club some time ago on the cruise, she played clarinet as well, and I introduced it as a black licorice stick. Oh dear. Oh, come on, I should have more self-respect than that. But anyway, about what are we doing? Oh yes, so we're going to be doing 3 wonderful numbers from Carmen. Folks, Carmen, I love Carmen. I love the music, and I hope you do too. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, enough fooling around now. This is our Carmen Medley.
Now, I hope you all like opera, because we're going to move on to another opera song now. This is a very famous aria called O mio babbino caro, and it's from a Puccini opera, and that opera is called... Well, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. So, Charles, how do you think it's pronounced?
Well, let's see, Phoebe, let's see. Okay, so I've got the sheet music here. Oh, yeah, it says it right here. O mio babbino caro. Aria from the opera Gianni Schicchi.
We have somebody that knows how to say it.
So, say again. Schicchi.
Sticky.
Sticky.
Is it that simple?
Gianni Schicchi? It sounds ridiculous. Are you trying to make me look stupid? So it's basically, folks, SCHICCHI. Good thing that hasn't come up in a quiz that I've done, because I'd be pretty embarrassed. So basically it's Gianni Schicchi. No,
Oh,
I give up.
Got it right.
I give up, okay? Okay, it's a great piece of music. That's all I care about.
Anyway, moving on. O mio babbino caro translates into O my beloved father. And during the aria, the girl singing it is pleading with her father, who is trying to separate her from the man that she loves. And she's being all dramatic, and she's saying things like she's going to throw herself off a bridge, and it's just a very dramatic song. And here it is. Oh mio babbino caro, mi piace bello, andare in Thank you very much. Now, after that dramatic song, I'm going to now attempt to lighten the mood. So, would you like to hear an embarrassing story about Charles? Yeah? Yeah, you would? Well, okay, I think this is the time. So, about a few months ago, Charles was getting ready in his cabin for his evening piano set, and he put on his smart trousers and his smart shirt and was looking smart like today. See? Smart trousers, smart shirt. He's very presentable, you know. Anyway,
I try.
He went to put on his shoes, but then he realised that he'd left his smart shoes in my cabin.
The first audience did exactly the same at exactly the same time.
I mean, come on, on, guys. Don't you take your shoes off when you go to other people's homes. It's the most respectable thing to do. We have standards in my cabin.
Yes, it's yeah, have you not heard of a little word called etiquette?
Anyway, back with the story. So Charles went to put on his shoes. He couldn't get them because my cabin was locked and I was at a rehearsal. So then he thought he could put his black trainers on. Okay, it would look a bit scruffy, but at least they were black, you know, they would kind of match. But then he realised they were in my cabin as well. So, Charles, what did you wear instead on your feet? What did you wear?
Slippers. Well, it was between Nat and white flip-flops. But I would like to say, though, even though at the time it was torturously stressful and not fun, it's actually quite interesting because playing jazz piano music, wearing slippers, feels really comfortable. Just feels right. I mean, it just suits that kind of style of music. Oh, nice and chilled. Oh, yeah, I should have gone the whole hog and worn like a dressing gown and smoked a pipe. I don't smoke, by the way. That's just you know, making a point, making a joke. Okay, is that over? Is it over now?
Yeah, the story's over now. That's basically it. But anyway, which brings us now onto our last section of our show.
It is our last section. Are you sad about that, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you really are. You're more sad than the first audience. And thank you. I'm not saying they weren't appreciative, but you really sounded really sad that this is our last number. But we are finishing with something special. We're finishing with something very special. Now, I have a question for all of you. Is there anyone in the show lounge who likes Gilbert and Sullivan? Whoa, loads of you, fantastic. We are going to be playing for you now 2 wonderful numbers from the Pirates of Penzance, which is one of the most popular, enduringly popular Gilbert and Sullivan operas. We're going to start with, I'm going to be performing the very much parodied, very memorable, very popular, and it stood the test of time, the Major General song. And then Phoebe's going to come out, and she's going to be singing a beautiful aria. It's called Poor Wandering One, which in the opera is sung by Mabel, the character Mabel, in Act 1. And she's singing it to Frederick, who's the hero of the tale. And it's a song where she is taking pity on Frederick in his plight. And she expresses that through Poor Wandering One. It's a beautiful aria, and it's perhaps the most well-known of all Gilbert and Sullivan operas. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we do play our final couple of numbers, I would like to say, on behalf of Phoebe and myself, from us both, thank you so much for coming and supporting us on our first ever main stage show together. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical, from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations, both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the spread, the hypotenuse. I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and animalculus. In short, in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general. I know our mythic history, King Arthur's and Sir Caradox. I answer hard acrostics, I've a pretty taste for paradox. I quote in elegiacs, or the crimes of Heliogabalus. In conics, I can floor peculiarities parabolus. I can tell undoubted Raphaels from Gerard Dow's and Zoffanies. I know the Croton chorus from the frogs of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music's dinner for, and whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. Then I can write a washing bill in Babylonic cuneiform and tell you every detail of Caractacus' uniform. In short, it matters vegetable, animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelot and Ravelin, when I can tell its sight a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs as sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learnt what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Strategy. I've got it! You'll say a better major general has never strategy! For my military knowledge, there is plucky and adventure. Has only been brought down to the beginning of the century, but still it matters vegetable, animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general!
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the wonderfully talented Mr. Charles Baker and Miss Phoebe Richards. Pardon? Oh, go on then.
You're just lucky that we had an encore in mind all along. Just pointing out that we're organised.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, keep that applause going for the wonderfully talented Mr. Charles Baker and Miss Phoebe Richards.